Hello traders, CryptoEd here on Tuesday, the 22nd of June. It's about time for an update, a Bitcoin update, because Bitcoin is going down and making new lows, and that made me decide that I wanted to make a new video. Because I made one a month ago on the 23rd of May with this pattern and explaining that I was expecting a continuation of the bull run. You can see it here in the top. Why I believe in continuation of the bull run. And at that time I explained that we completed a third leg in Elliott Wave and also did a correction to the downside in leg number 4, and that we could be ready to make leg number 5 to the upside to, let's say, $85,000. Meanwhile, Bitcoin made a new low. So that's for me a reason to look again, because many people will think that this setup is not valid anymore, but it still is, and I'm gonna explain that in this video. Also gonna show you where I think we will be heading from here, where I think are the possible bounce areas, and yeah, maybe we can even look at where the next target should be, but I don't like to look that much in the future. But first, let's see what we do with this correction. Now, first, if you look at this pattern, you already see here I did have in this screenshot. This is from 23rd of May, the FIB levels, and at that time I explained that after leg number 3. A correction is usually going to the 0.236 or the 382 levels, and you can see, and I also told that on in the previous video, that even a further drop towards the 382, which is here 22,000, would not change my view on this bull run. We can even make it a little bit different. I will explain in the next screenshots. But yeah, we are doing now a little bit more down, but still in this area between the 382 and the 236. I must say I do have a guideline for Elliott Wave. It's on our website. I cannot show it like this. How can I do that? So this is our website, and I do have a guideline, I think 5-6 pages of Elliott Wave basics. I will post a link to this file in the YouTube comments or in the description, so you can download it. And then I think for many people who are interested in Elliott Wave, this is a very nice guideline. I made it 3 years ago, and many of our members use it, and it explains a lot about the retracements, for which leg you should use which retracement level, and so on. And you can download it from our website, and then I think it makes it a lot more clear for you how to use Elliott Wave. Back to this. So we did have this in the previous video. I also mentioned my ranges chart, where I warned for a further move to the downside to take out the low here at 28 and a little bit, 28,300 more or less. And I think we are doing this move. Might go a little bit deeper, but it is basically this move what we are doing, the one I showed you in the previous video. I think that is exactly what we are going to do right now. So yeah, let's go to the up-to-date charts. Let me check. This is the dollar. And this is important. Why I think Bitcoin is heading for more downside. the dollar is in a downtrend, and I do think it has one more leg to the downside to do. And this move, which I expected to happen here, will cause that Bitcoin is going to the upside. But last week there was a Fed meeting and new numbers coming out and some measurements, and it led to a sudden, rather unexpected strength in the dollar. And my idea that Bitcoin is doing a bit more downside is based on the idea that the dollar is going for this double correction. I thought first this was the correction and then going down for this move. But now I think it could make this move. If it makes this move, that will mean pressure on all of the crypto, and dollar getting stronger and Bitcoin getting weaker. When we reach this area, that might be the moment that the markets are going to turn. The dollar is continuing its downtrend, and this move would mean Bitcoin going up again. I must say, I'm a bit surprised about the last 2 days, now that the dollar is pulling back a bit together with Bitcoin. It surprises me a bit, but it could do a little bit of this and then make this move, and that would be an A, B, C into that red box and then make that move. So my outlook for Bitcoin and crypto in general is heavily depending on what the dollar is doing, and this is an explanation why I think Bitcoin could see some more downside. If we go first to my range chart, you can see here what I showed you before. We didn't take out these lows yet, and this is basically what I showed you also in the previous video, to make this move and then going up again. And still expect, this is basically a very simple chart. My Elliott wave chart is a very big puzzle, but this is what I'm already, I'm showing this chart every day to our members, and in my daily updates I use it every day, and also on lower time frames I use Elliott wave and ranges charts, and on the bigger time frames on the daily I have been warning for this move literally every day. Now let's go to Elliott wave, and let's go back to let's start here with the daily. So what I showed you before was this move, 3, 4 and 5, yeah, and now you see we are doing a bit more down in 4, and I think towards let's say 26, and then continuation of that fifth leg. And if we look at the fib levels, it would mean that we are correcting this third leg. So this leg is this the correction, and oh, that's the wrong one. You can see that we are doing a little bit more to the downside, not that much, and it would mean that we could bounce from the 0.5 fib level. And usually I must say I'm a bit surprised, because these levels are a little bit different from what I saw before. It's correct. Yeah, but 0.5 fib level is normally is 236382. A little bit lower is not a big problem. And there is even another possibility that we completed leg number 3 here and 4 here, 5 over here, and that we are now doing that correction and then start a whole new cycle from here to the upside. And I'm certainly not expecting continuation to the downside and continuation of or a real bear market. I do think we are just doing a bit of a correction and then up again and make that fifth leg. So on the bigger time frame, it looks like this. Wait a second. Yeah, I took the wrong numbers. I see. These are the correct numbers. We are correcting this leg number 3. So from here, not from here, what I said before. And then you see that we are doing this correction and that we are exactly in between 236 and the 382 fib levels. And from there it would mean that we do have a continuation in the fifth leg towards 80,000, and then continuation of that bull run, because we started that one long ago in 2017, and then we are making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's the cycle we are doing, in my opinion. I could be wrong, of course, but this is a long-term cycle I have been following for a very long time, and according to the Elliott wave rules, this is still very much a valid pattern, where we are now doing that correction in the fourth leg and going to the 236, 382 fib levels, which is a standard textbook correction in Elliott wave. So now let's take a look. How do I get to this green box? Where do I think we will bounce? Going to the 4-hour chart, and let me show you. I do think we are doing an A, B, C. Corrections are always in 3 legs. So we do A, B, C, where the C leg is in 5 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And so we are now in that fifth leg, and that is going also in 5 legs like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you have the fourth leg in place, then you can determine where should be your target for the fifth leg, and that is the fib extension. When you measure from leg 3 to 4, the extension is usually this is, by the way, weird, because I'm using exact the same numbers as when I prepared the this video, and still TradingView is giving me some different values. But then the fib extension to the 1.27 and 1.618 is usually the target for leg number 5. It's just a bigger idea where it is heading, more or less. When you are in this move on your way, and when you are here in that fifth leg, then we can determine it much closer, where I do think that that bounce should be. But as soon as you have this this move, then you can determine that green box. And what I said, once we are here in that leg number 5, then I can make it more detailed. Even when I have 4 in place, look, then I can do the same here. I measure 3 to 4, and then I can already make my green box smaller, because then I look to the 1.27 and 1.618, and that would give me this green box. But it's too early, because I'm not sure if 4 is already in place. So I'm sticking with this bigger box, and will update later when possible. So now it looks like we are in the white 3, and this is the puzzle. The white 3 is also again in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs. So I do think we are about to reverse and do one more leg down to, let's say 27,000. Then another bounce towards 32, 33,000. And then we get that fifth leg to the downside, which should bring us towards 27, 24,000. 24 is the lower range of this box. For now, I'm not 100% sure about this count. I think this one, this blue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is correct, completing 3. And now if we go down from here, then we indeed have 4 in place, and then we are going for this fifth leg towards 28, 27. If we do something like this, a bit of a correction, making this move, then we are already in this fourth leg, and then we only have one more leg to the downside to do towards that green box. So but for now I think it's going to be a bit more complicated, and we first do this move 5 here, then make this 4, and then the 5 down. And that would bring us to this box. Let's say we take target 26,000, and then we can determine what could be the next target to the upside. With the same rule I am using, I just showed you how to determine leg number 5. So let's say 26,000 is here. So imagine we do this move 26 and then make that move. This was leg number 3, this is leg number 4, and this is leg number 5. And I told you, usually you can determine those boxes by the fib extension, and then look for the 1.27, 1.618. That is a red box, because it is the up move, and then it should be followed by a correction. And that would bring us to 83. It's a big box, because this is also a big move. But it would bring us to at least 83,000. And maybe even above 100,000. But what I said in the beginning, I'm not a big fan of looking that far in the future. Let's first focus on making that move here to the downside, around 27, 26,000 for Bitcoin. And based on the idea that we first now do one more move down to 28, 27, one up to, let's say, 33, and then the move towards 26. That is, what... Let's say the values are not that important. It's more about the structure, about the kind of moves we do, like one more up, one more down, one up, and then the last one to the downside, and then continuation of the bull run. And as what for me is very important is, again, that bigger picture where we have corrected, where we are correcting leg number 3. And it's also what I said in my video in May. We have done a very big run, so a big correction is in value is very normal. But if you look in the percentage, it's a small correction, 236, 382 on the fib levels, which is a perfect textbook level for leg for a bounce and continuation in leg number 5. And I already saw someone mentioning that I'm charting based on Hopium. It's not Hopium at all. It's purely looking at the facts, looking at the basic rules for Elliott Wave. They are giving me these numbers, and has nothing to do with Hopium, because I'm not holding many altcoins, or I do have Bitcoin in cold storage, but I'm more a short-term trader, so I don't care if of course we all want Bitcoin to go up, but for me personally, I don't care if we go to 30,000 or 20,000. I am trading, and I'm not holding. So now posting a chart, Bitcoin maybe to 100,000 is no Hopium at all. One final a quick look at Ether. Having the same structure here. Also here, correcting that move from last year March and doing an ABC correction. Same values as in Bitcoin, FIB values as in Bitcoin. Here we do an ABC, and we are over here doing exactly the same. One more down in 3, 4, and 5. It could bring Ether below $1,000. It is a very big move. I'm not sure if this is going to work out the same as Bitcoin. Ether might truncate and stay above, let's say, 1,400. But more important for me is that the structure is the same. Leg number 3. Correction in 4, maybe only till here, and then we continue in the 5th leg, and continuation of the bull market, and no bear market. That's about it. I hope it is clear for everybody why I'm looking at this, why I think we go up again. Of course, it is TA, technical analysis. I could be wrong, and then we just adapt. And TA is not some game of predicting what is going to happen. No, you look at scenarios, and then you project that on the chart what should be possible. But I could be wrong. I'm very often wrong, so maybe I'm wrong with this also. But to me, these patterns, they seem to have a lot of similarities to each other. Bitcoin chart and the Ether chart in combination with the dollar chart makes it to me pretty logical that we do one bigger move to the downside, and then a bounce and continuation of what I call continuation of the bull market. This also means more pressure in every altcoin, every dollar pair, but also the Bitcoin pairs will suffer. I think a while ago I made this chart for Ether Bitcoin, and you can see it is doing a very normal correction, 5 up, A, B, C down. Should also see more downside before we can continue to the upside. And I showed you Ether in the dollar pair, Ether in the Bitcoin pair, and these patterns are valid for all other, well, let's say 90-95% of the other altcoins. There will be some outliers, but most of the market will follow these patterns. Okay guys, that's about it. I hope this helps you in your own analysis, and if you have any questions, post your question in on Twitter or on YouTube, and I will try to answer. Thanks for watching, and have a nice bull market. Bye bye.